It's Allison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Allison. I hope you're all doing well today. I can't believe it's already December the 7th. My goodness. I'm going to just make sure that I'm live. Looks like I am. Doing well today. And good. I can hear my own voice. So we're good. All righty. Good. Put my chat and hopefully people will start to join. You can see what we're going to be playing with today. I'm going to move this over so you can see it. A little crooked. There we go. We're going to be using a brand new suite of products from the upcoming January 2026 online exclusives. So hopefully some people will jump on and we will get started. If not, I'll just talk to myself for a while. It's kind of how it goes. Anyway, hope you're all getting ready for the holidays. It's a busy time of year, so I understand why some people who normally come might not be able to come, but hopefully you'll be watching on the replay and we'll see the card in the presentation. So, all right, I've been online now for 1 minute and 15 seconds, so people should have joined by now. So there's Mo. Oh, thanks, Mo, for rescuing me. Thank you for coming. Yay. All right, so let me hide my face and we will get started with our project. All right. So, like I said, there's new online exclusives coming in January 6th. There's also a new mini catalog coming. If you have purchased from me in the last 6 months, this will be coming in the mail. Should be coming probably next week or the week after. So watch for that in your mailboxes. And we've also got new online exclusives. Now, good morning, Carol. How are you? What's it like in Osoyoos? It's pouring here. But anyway, I think it was a nice day yesterday. I get my days mixed up. We seem to have a nice day, crappy day, nice day, crappy day. But today is one of those West Coast days. The downpour and the fog. My mother would have called it a dreith day, but if you're Scottish, you know what that means. Basically ugly. Anyway, we're going to be using the Lovely Blossom Suite, which has got lots of products. So shall I show you the products? Let's start with that. So Lovely Arrangements is the stamp set. Very pretty. Love the fonts and the sayings. Can never have too many thank yous. And then we've got these really amazing dies. And this is what drew me to this set was actually the dies. Because this is really different, this one and this one here. Loved it. Plus you get 2 labels, which is always handy, right? Anyway, that's the stamp set. Ange and I, my partner in crime, I love this suite so much. This is going to be our January class. So our class is going to have the DSP. You're going to get DSP. Now, this is a different kind of setup with the DSP. You get 3 sheets of 4 designs. So in your goodie bag, you're going to get, my friend told me what we're getting, and I'm trying to remember. You're going to get half sheets. Anyway, you're going to get the same amount. You're going to get the equivalent of 6 double-sided. So this one's kind of neat, right? Because you can cut these out and they can become your actual card front. Anyway, and then these are the backs. So let's look at that. So nice neutrals. You're going to get half a pack of that, equivalent of 6 double-sideds. You're going to get a full package of these embellishments. Now, you can't see the colors here, so I'm going to pull them out. Do it like this. So on this pack, you can only see the Secret Sea and the Old Olive and the cloud cover, but you've also got the white up here. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Ellie. Good morning, Diane. How are you guys? It's just cloudy and cool. Well, you're lucky, but you live in kind of God's country there. Beautiful. Osoyoos wine country. Beautiful. All right. Then what else? Oh, I'm going to get half a roll of this gorgeous ribbon. Let me see if I can hold it up so you can see. There it is. Beautiful. So cloud cover. I love cloud cover and Secret Sea. I don't want it to ever go away, but anyway, we'll see. It's a textured ribbon, they said. It's 5/8 of an inch thick. So sometimes when we get ribbon that's this thick, we think, oh, that's too thick. We're not going to be able to tie it. But it is, look at this. It's so soft. Pretty easy to tie. Okay. So you're going to get approximately 5 yards of that. All right. So if you want to join the class, we make 8 cards. You can, there's 4 designs, 2 of each. But my customers have started to add, there's an option I've added where you can double the amount of cards for an extra fee. So people are getting 16. They're choosing 16. So they're making 4 designs. They're making 4 of each, which is really nice. You're refusing to get out of bed. Isn't it awful out there, Jen? Oh my gosh, it's awful. Anyway. So you'll want to pick up the bundle, okay? And if you do, then you get a full pack of Designer Series paper. And not included in the class, but you can add it, is the lovely Stripes embossing folder, which is really cool. It kind of goes with that DSP that we looked at earlier. All right. Shall we make our card? Let's make our card. So I told you that one of my favorite new colors. Oh, why is this crooked? One of my favorite new colors. There we go. Hi, Leah. Is cloud cover. Okay. So the card today uses that as my base. Now we're 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's just give that a nice little score. I bought a brand new bone folder. This can't possibly be it, but I cannot find my new one. So I don't know. I just thought, well, what do I want to treat myself to? And I don't know where it went. Okay, so we're using that as our base. Now, let me get all my bits here. We've got a piece of Designer Series paper here. I think it's 4 by 3. And I'm really just going to be gluing that down. And then I've got another piece of DSP. I love this one. Okay, I love this one. This one I'm going to actually cut out one of the dies. So let me grab the dies, because we're going to be using a few of them. Here we go. Love this one. I don't know why I love it, but I do. It's so different. I'm going to just tape that down only because there's a pattern on this paper. And if this shifts, you're going to get like a weird pattern. Okay, so that's going to be cut out. I've got a piece of vellum here. Now this was from, it's still available. It's in the online exclusives. It's part of the Brush with Beauty suite. And please, please stamp it up. Please keep the vellum. That's all I'm going to say. I also need some leaves, or a leaf, and I'm just going to cut a piece of old olive, just big enough for my leaves. I'm going to be stamping on a little piece of basic white. I have to think about that. And of course, I've got my favorite Secret C. I'm going to need a label for that. So I don't need this big sheet of paper here. I've noticed that looks like there's embossing powder on here, which isn't going to really work for me because I'm going to be embossing. And if I'm starting off with embossing powder being kind of messy, then that's not going to really work. So let me grab another piece here that's a little more pristine here. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Put those aside. Okay, so that's basically what we've got going here. I think I can, yeah, I'm going to cut it out first. I'm going to take a risk and cut that one out first. This one here, I'm wanting to use my little leaves here. I love this. What do you see how this cuts out, you guys? It cuts out, but it also kind of embosses it. And on this little piece, I'm going to be stamping and embossing. Okay, so let's grab my embossing tools here. And I'm going to give that a little swipe. Get rid of all those oils. And first the mark. And I'm using, let me show you. I'm using this stamp, the thank you, and so very much. Okay, I think that's all I'm using. So let's get that stamped. And we're going to apply white embossing powder. Tap that off, and we're going to heat set that. So let me just set that aside for a sec. Since I've got all of my little embossing crap out, I might as well go ahead. I was going to cut first and stamp second, but I'm going to do it the opposite. So thank you is what I want to stamp. And all of that out of the way. Grab my embossing powder again off my little sheet. There's some people that are scoopers or dippers, and some are dumpers. And oh, I'm going to do that. I'm a dumper. I like to dump my embossing powder on there. Make sure I've got enough on, especially for words. I find that sometimes just stamping it, I kind of squish it maybe. Good morning, Keisha. How are you? Staying dry? It's like a monsoon at my house, or it was anyway. In the middle of the night, of course, I wake up and it's just pounding on the roof. Old house, pounding on roofs. Okay, so here's our two. Now, when you're embossing vellum, you want to be a little careful because it can kind of buckle. However, this particular vellum is a thicker weight. I found it to be really easy to emboss, which isn't always the case. Let's go ahead and emboss this. Sometimes, you know, it would like curl and stuff. This one seems to be quite good. If you're ever worried about it, there are 2 heat settings on your heat tool. So you can use number 1 if you think you have to be a little more delicate with it. But I found just regular embossing it works just fine for me. What you want to make sure is that you get all of it embossed. So you want that nice bright white. You see I missed the top there, but I'm going back in for the kill. I think that should be good. Okay, and then I just heat set this, and it should be good. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I haven't seen you on here in a while. How's it in? Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. How's it in Michigan? Is it cold? We're complaining on the West Coast. It's pouring rain, and we don't. When I say pouring rain on the West Coast, I'm talking bouncing off the roads. Okay, we're not talking. Oh, it's a little rain. It's like a monsoon, or at least it was. But I guess the joke here is all, we used to joke and say, well, at least you don't have to shovel it. Yeah, we don't say that anymore after our many atmospheric rivers, which devastated our communities. So we don't kind of joke about not having to shovel it. It's it can be just as devastating as snow, or more so. Flooding is scary. All right. Let's grab my platform and we'll get all of this stuff cut. So we've got number 1, number 2, number 3. We've got our, oh, we better use a little bit more tape. Little bit more tape. There we go. Okay. And then we've got our flower that we've stamped and embossed. We've got a little leaf. There we go. And, oh, I don't know if we can fit it all on here. I've got my, oh, there we go. Got my little pretty background. Now, all of these are the size that can be cut on your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, if that's what you want. Okay. Oop. Did I tell you when my class is? The class is January 31st, 10 a.m. on Facebook. But we always record it, and then you can watch it anytime you want. And if you're someone like Debbie in Michigan, we can't send you the goodie bag and whatnot for our classes. But, oh my goodness, my nose. But we invite you to still join using the PDF option. And you just cut your own products and come and stamp with us. You get all the handouts and the recordings. So it's just like to welcome everyone from no matter where you are. Okay, so isn't that a great label? I like it with the rounded. I don't know if we've ever had one like that. Okay, I know I whine about losing my dies, so you're just going to have to wait a sec until I get all of them back on my magnet sheet. Okay. And here we go. I'm going to just use my scissors to poke this out. And remember I was telling you what a great little die this was? Look at this. Okay, so it cuts it out, but it also gives these really cool, cut images. So it really looks like a leaf. It's not just flat, which is kind of cool. Snowing in Toronto. Is it really, Mo? Carly didn't mention it. Yikes. I heard you were going to get some sort of cold. I don't know if you're getting a polar vortex or not. I get so confused when I read the weather stuff because it seems like they threaten stuff and then either A, doesn't happen or it's not near you. I know Windsor had horrible. Oh, so that would be, might have gone into Michigan there for Debbie. That was last week, wasn't it? I think when Windsor wasn't Windsor. Sorry, it was Waterloo, I think. Looked awful. But I guess we are in December, so we should, some brilliant person will figure out little things to do with these. Look at this. Got all these little, I will not be that person, but somebody might. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take all those and I'm gonna glue them down. Well, okay, good. More power to ya. That's not gonna be me. All right, let's dump those out. I think that's all I wanted to do. I'm trying to remind myself here. Bring all this in. Okay, now we can start gluing. So I'm going to glue down my piece here. And I just put it at an angle. I don't know. I just kind of guessed and put it at an angle. And then this one here, I just put little dots of glue on each one of these little. That's why I love my white glue. How much easier it is than trying to use seal. Just saying. Plus I can move it around if there's a problem. I think I'll just do it kind of like an angle like that. All right, now with my little vellum piece here, it's quite white, obviously. So I took one of my cloud covers, the dark, and I did turn it over on the back, but I think I actually figured out that it was a little bit too light, and I think I turned it over, and yeah, it's a little too light. And I actually colored on the correct side, the front side. Just wanted to add a little bit of color. Sort of like a stained glass almost, look. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And it's not quite as dark in person. All right. Now, oh, I forgot to stamp one thing. My little white piece. I've got my Secret Sea. Snowing, Debbie. Oh my gosh, snowing everywhere. Okay, I'm going to stop whining about my rain. I'm a little nervous what my dog's going to do when it snows. We did get her last year. Oops, I'm going to move this down. Sorry, guys, I can't see it if I put it up too close. We did get her last February, I think, and it was icy, but it wasn't snowy. And she's kind of a wuss when it comes to the rain, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with the snow. I wouldn't say she's a very, what's the word? She doesn't cooperate. She has her mind of her own. That's what I'd say. Mind of her own. So just put a little blue at the top there. And then I'm going to just, this is why it's good to get dogs with, well, not good. It's different. You got different challenges. But I guess if you get a puppy, you can train them with a coat boots or shoes or whatever dogs wear. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Look at that font. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. This I'm going to pop up. Whereas you get a rescue dog and no, that's not going to work. I don't know her life. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what made her a dog that had to be rescued. Probably from a kill shelter. I have no idea. But whatever it is, she's had a life that's like, I don't think I'm going to wear those boots or coat or costume. Rain and snow are two different things, though, at least for my dogs it was. Oh, is it? So she might actually like the snow is what you're saying, Keisha. Okay, I'm going to go with that. She might actually like the snow, I think is what you're trying to say to me. Let's see. All right, so this one, okay, so you see I've got this angle. Now I want to make this straight. So I'm using the bottom here to sort of make sure I've got that a little bit straight here. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little leaves that we had. I'm going to grab a mini glue dot. There we go. And put it there and there. I was doing a class yesterday where we're talking about, it's already December, but I haven't really seen any Christmas movies out. Is it because are they all on streaming services now, like Netflix or something? The only Christmas movies I've actually seen that have come out are Rudolph and the Grinch. Like, what the heck? Where's, Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life or even White Christmas? I don't know where they are. Okay, so for this one, I can't put a pop-up. Let me just see on my card. No, I didn't. You could use, actually for this, you could use a regular glue dot or even the white glue. I am going to just grab my favorites. You guys know, you're sick of hearing me talk about how much I love these flat glue dots that come with the kits and the paper pumpkin in the kits. Speaking of paper pumpkin, great special on right now. Huge discount on subscriptions. Check it out. Ends on Tuesday, so you want to grab them. First kit will be that December one, which I think it's called Watercolor something. It looks really pretty. Okay. Oop, there's my card. What do we think? Brody loves the snow, Modi? Okay. All right, so there's hope. Is that what you're saying? But Brody's a little more easygoing than Grace. Brody kind of plays with other dogs nicely, and anyway, just saying. Gracie, she tries, but then she loses her mind. So there you go. What are you going to do? Okay, there we go. All right. So there is my card. Love, 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 love this suite. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Mo. Yeah, I love it. When I made it, I thought, is there a way that I can incorporate that ribbon? But I could have put it here, I guess, underneath on this side. But then I thought we're getting a little bit too much going on, in my opinion. Now I'm going to show you two cards that are made with this suite. And they were made by my friend Leanne, who's on this call because she's my helper too. Like, she helps me with stuff. Anyway, here's this card. Isn't that gorgeous? So Leanne took, what I love about Leanne's stamping is sometimes it's intricate. She does a lot of coloring, which is nice. But I love the simplicity of this card. I really thought, yeah, you've nailed this card. There's that same thank you. This paper is from the Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. She's cut it, and we've seen this before, but I don't know. There's something about the distance between the pieces and the way it lines up. It's just really pretty. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Yeah, it is an interesting die. Yeah. And then the other card that Leanne made is this one. So there's that funky little die. Let me get it. This one. And then there's the die that I love. Okay. And then instead of stamping on vellum, we've got white, and then Leanne has used that cloud cover to just add some color. And then, of course, we've got the embellishments. This little guy, I was kind of amazed at, because here's the words, happy birthday. And then I thought, what one fits in this label? I couldn't quite figure it out. She got it to fit, and it works. And it doesn't just cut it out. It adds like a little, I don't know if you can see it. It adds like a little raised, oh, let me see if I can turn it. There we go. I think you can see that. Sort of like a label within a label, like just the way it cuts it. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to show you before we're finished today is product of the month. When you spend $100 Canadian, 75 US, you can add this pack of designer series paper. It's exclusive. You can't buy it like on the regular products. Oops, let me go like this. There's 6 different ones, and we've got Night of Navy. We've got Balmy Blue here. Look how pretty this is. Now, I like blue. So if you like blue, you're going to love this paper. And there's the other side. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, let me get the right name. So spend $100. And, oops, I can't. I have a pack of paper here with the name. Somebody shout out the name. Keisha, my girl. I have the pack right here. Oh, here it is. Gosh, it is True Blue Florals. Okay, True Blue Florals, 12 sheets. Pretty, pretty. So what you have to do is when you go to your account, it's got a little like a little progress bar, and it shows you when you get to your 100. And you click, and it takes you to a page and says, would you like this paper? If so, add it to your cart, and they charge you $5. So worth it. It's gorgeous. Okay. Not only that, when you purchase this from me, as part of your order, I'm going to be sending out a PDF in January with some ideas using it. And I'm also going to send you out a little pack of cards, card bases and bits, so that you can make those cards in the PDF. So there you go. You're slow today. It's okay, Keisha. Gosh, it's not your job. Okay, so should I lower this down and you can see that card? So that's my card for today. Love, 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 love. Make sure you sign up for our class. Okay. We would love to see you. We had fun yesterday. We did a class using Brush with Beauty. Gorgeous. So, yeah. Where am I? Here I am. Here we go. Having our Christmas party today, so I thought I'd wear red. Okay. Super cute. Thank you. Interesting diet. Sure is. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming. Lots of you came today. I really appreciate it. Those of you like Debbie and Mo and Ellie, please, be careful in the snow. And the rest of us will just stay inside in Vancouver, so we won't get wet. Okay. All right. I think that's all. Anybody else got anything pressing to ask or to say? I think we're good. Okay. So I will see you on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Same channel, same bat time. So 2 o'clock Pacific time. So it can adjust for your time zone. If you're in the East, like Debbie and my sisters, of course, that would be 5 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, just watch on my replay. That works too. All right, you guys, you all have a great rest of the day. I hope you get some creative time in this week. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Happy